Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the University of Alaska Fairbanks campus as we get ready for an afternoon matinee volleyball matchup here with your Alaska Nanooks, and they are taking on the Simon Fraser Red Leafs. Now, the reason for the 11:30 start today, it's elementary school field trip day, which is a really cool thing. They're calling it a field day and expecting 530 elementary school students coming in here to the Patty Center. They've been filing in pretty steady, so going to be some full bleachers and some loud kids getting rowdy here for Alaska Nanook volleyball. Many of them probably their first volleyball match they've ever attended, so something like this can put that love into it and also put a love in going out to support your local athletic teams. And again, they're in for a real treat here with your Alaska Nanook volleyball team as we take a look at the standings in the GNAC right now. UAA on top with a 14-1 overall mark, 4-0 in the GNAC. Number 2, Northwest Nazarene with a 10-1 mark and 3-0 in the GNAC. Alaska currently sitting in 6th, 12-4 overall, 2-2 in the GNAC. So there's a lot of room to move. Simon Fraser comes in number 4, 5-7 overall, but 2-1 in the GNAC, which is more important than that first number. So Nanooks would really like to get this one on home court because it doesn't get any easier. Coming up on Saturday as they will be taking on the 10th ranked team in the nation in Western Washington. So we're going to send it down to our public address announcer and meet our starting lineups for both these teams and our national anthems. All right, we've got our starting lineups all set here, and as always, the Alaska Nanooks starters get to throw some things into the crowd, so all the players having do things to throw into the crowds. It's packed with kids today. 530 elementary school kids here in attendance. Field trip day, if you think back in elementary school, how much fun it was to always get a field trip, always going someplace, and quite a treat for these kids to get to come up here on the hill and watch some college volleyball, probably for many of them the first time that they've been to a college volleyball match. They also brought all their money for the concession stand and the souvenir stands. They were able to do this in 2019, and then, of course, the pandemic, and they were been wanting to bring it back. So finally able to get it back here in 2022. So 530 elementary students in attendance today, and you know what, they're well behaved so far. They single filed when they bring them in here, so they always kind of listen to the teachers, but as this match progresses, they're going to get loud and rowdy, and for many of them, go home to their parents and tell them how much fun it was and keep them coming here to Alaska Nanook volleyball. And speaking of volleyball, if you take a look at attendance wise for Alaska, way up in the league here, showing so far in the season 2,265, while their opponents are averaging 752. So we're ready to get this one underway with Riley White to serve for Alaska. Again, big GNAC matchup right now with Simon Fraser coming in with a 2-2 mark in the GNAC, Simon Fraser a 2-1 mark, and Alaska at 2-2. Nielsen comes up big right off the bat. Oh, there we go. Now they're going to get the kids into it with the point Nooks after all of Alaska points here. So I imagine this will get louder and louder. I don't think they're all here quite yet, so I expect more to come trickling in. If you get a chance to come up during your lunch hour, if you're in Fairbanks, come on up. The concession stand is open so you can get lunch here at the Patty Center. Red Leafs will get that point on the block attempt going out. Red Leaves in the red jerseys. Of course, Alaska wearing the home whites today. Boom, coming up big here. Elizabeth Jackson with a kill for the Nanooks. Head coach Brian Scott in his 8th season. Right before the season started, we were happy to announce that he signed a 4-year extension. Smith with a one-handed set there. Nielsen puts that one into the net. And the Red Leafs now up by 2 in this opening set from the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium here on the University of Alaska Fairbanks campus. Guck pushes that one across. Now on the attack, here comes the Red Leaves, and they send that one long. And that'll bring Christina Head in for the Nanooks, and back to serve Jessa Long, the libero for the Nanooks in her graduate season. Tough one to handle, but able to do something with it here. And that one comes down on Ainsley Smith as she dives. Attempt on that one, but goes out. Point Red Leafs. This will be Eva Kadimi serving now for the Red Leaves. Brooke Dexter, a Anchorage resident. Service ace, they're going to give that one here for the Red Leaves. Nanooks put that one into the antenna. Well, Brooke Dexter from Anchorage, Alaska, playing for Simon Fraser. Went to West High School. And here come the Nanooks, and that one gets the line as Cook swings away and gets the point, and that'll bring in Taylor Overn and Ella Bynes. Overn will serve it up. Point Alaska, double hit going against the Red Leafs. Simon Fraser head coach Gina Schmidt in her 10th season. Nanooks just back off a road trip where they split on the road. We'll take a look at that and then find out what's going to be going on the rest of this week here for Alaska Nanook volleyball at home. And that one, Riley White saying she thought it was going to be tipped, but point. Well, no, it is point Nooks. So Nanooks tied at 5. Overn, line drive, knuckleballer. White from the back row. Miss hit by Bynes, going off the fist. Red Leafs back on top. Brooke Dexter, the Anchorage product, serves it up, and Alaska has to just get across on 3. Trouble with that one, and the Nanooks come up with the block with Nielsen and Christina Head teaming up. Nanooks tied at 6. Kids now got some pom-poms stomping their feet. So, you know, when you get a field trip and you're told you get to get loud today instead of always shh, be quiet, it's the opposite. So Erickson, the former North Pole Patriot, checks in for the Nanooks, trailing by 1 in our opening set. Another ace comes up here for Simon Fraser. Jess Long going down on that one. Tough one to handle. Now a 2-point Red Leaf lead. White and Long. White takes it. And then coming up, a little short swing by Christina Head. Kind of looks like she stopped swing almost midway in on that kill attempt. White. Gonna send it back to her far side, and she gets it through the blockers. Point Alaska inside out. Put an end to that little run by the Red Leafs. Christina Head back to serve for the Nanooks. Christina Head with 21 aces on the season. Nanook blockers push that one back. And they get it up and over the Nanook block. Point. Red Leafs now lead to 3. Kaylin Hartman, the 6'2 junior out of Langley, British Columbia, serves it up for Simon Fraser. White. Double hit called on the Red Leafs. Point Nanooks. And they will get it back. Trailing by 2. And back in comes Ainsley Smith and Elena Guck. Smith will serve for Alaska. As we get time, we'll take a look at some of the stats for the Nanook volleyball team. Quite a few of them in the national rankings, not just in the GNAC, but also in Division II. Simon Fraser just has to heel that one across. Here comes White. And Simon Fraser come up big on that block and fired up as Abby Willett, her and Serena Gentile team up for that block. Red Leaves lead to 3. Opening set. Short set. Head with a nice kill attempt, dug up in the back row. Here comes Nanooks now with an opportunity. We can see Head and Riley White kind of looking at each other. Who's going to get that one? A missed set here by the Nanooks. 4-point Simon Fraser lead. Nanooks with a couple set errors. That one head, but blocked over the back of everybody. Tell head coach Brian Scott telling someone they need to stay back row defense. 5-point Red Leaf lead in this opening set. as assistant coach, Megan Woods in her 4th season. White gets that across, but now on the attack, here comes Simon Fraser. Nanooks block that one back in, back row. Simon Fraser again. A left-handed swing by Dexter, and Simon Fraser into the net. Nanooks now make it a 4-point game. Riley White back to serve for Alaska. Riley White with 38 aces on the season. She's way up in pretty much every category for Alaska. And that one goes out off the Nanook block. Side out back to the Red Leaves. Hannah Koloff, 5'10" sophomore from Vancouver, British Columbia. And she served that one long. And that will make it a 4-point Red Leaf lead with Jessa Long back to serve for the Nanooks. Nice low serve, but handled and tapped over. Guck starts that one out on her knees. And a net violation here for Simon Fraser. Nanooks will take that one, and now down by 3. Still a nice crowd if you even took the... And there's an ace by Long. Nanooks, good, nice job of pushing that one away. Everybody at the net. Stacked up. Smith digs it out. Getting out of the way of that one is Koloff. Red Leafs just have to tap it across. Boom, and Alaska comes up big. Nicely done. Christina Head. Service error on Alaska puts the Red Leafs up 13, and they get to serve Brooke Dexter. Nanooks will take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well with the Red Leafs leading 17-13 here for a Thursday afternoon matinee volleyball game. All right, we are back here in the opening set. Red Leafs leading the Nanooks 17-13. Taking a look at some of the schools that we've got here. Ann Ween Elementary, Denali Elementary, Hunter Elementary, Weller Elementary, University Park, and Wood River. So Nice total here of kids. 529, the official count. Then you add up the teachers and aides that come on the trip. So nice crowd here for Nanook volleyball. Down by 4. Seeing if they can get the side out, and they do it. See if Carly Nielsen can get a little mini run here for Alaska. Whittle into this 3-point opening set lead by Simon Fraser. Boy, a quick dump in by Serena Gentile. Everybody was waiting for that one to get set up, and she just took care of business on her own. And now serve back to Jocelyn Sherman for Simon Fraser. White unable to dig that one out here. Service ace, Red Leafs. White up and over the defense, just getting a handout on it was Hartman. Nanooks with the block, still alive. Goes back row, and wow, right into Auvergne. We've got some students coming, elementary students coming in as one of our ball shaggers. We got the Alaska Nanooks hockey team out here shagging balls today with balls coming at him and students behind him. Speaking of Nanooks hockey, they'll be taking on Simon Fraser this Saturday. Let's see, we are going to get a review challenge here taken by Alaska that Simon Fraser was in the net on that one. So Brian Scott going to the review. So after review, the call will stand. The officials say that Simon Fraser was not in the net. So Simon Fraser, first to 20, lead now by 6. Jocelyn Sherman, 5'10" sophomore, serves it up again. Boy, she's getting right there at White and Long on the block. And Kinley Erickson lays out, keeps it alive for Alaska. Net violation, let's see. Net violation, Nanooks. Point Red Leafs now down by 7, closing in on the opening set. Head coach Scott with 1 timeout remaining. Simon Fraser with both of theirs. White goes just long. Sends it cross court, and it looks like head coach Scott may be thinking about burning that second timeout as he looks over at his assistants and decides to take that second timeout. So Red Leafs leading right now by 8, 3 points away from this opening set. Mentioned Saturday, we've got Western Washington coming here to the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium. We'll be taking on the Vikings at 2 o'clock. And right now, Western Washington, the 10th ranked team in the nation. They're sitting in 3rd place in the GNAC with a perfect 3-0 mark. So I would have to imagine that Western and Alaska Anchorage will be facing off tonight. And then Western here on Saturday. And we got a doubleheader of Nanooks sports on Saturday with volleyball at 2 o'clock. And then your Alaska Nanooks hockey team will be at the Carlson Center for their season opener, taking on the Simon Fraser Red Leafs. That game starting at 7:07 with the puck drop. So if you happen to be in Fairbanks, come enjoy a doubleheader. Alaska Nanooks sports. Nanooks hockey team had their Blue Gold weekend this past weekend over here at the Patty Center with the 3-on-3 competition, the skills competition, obstacle course, fastest skater. So a great opportunity for the community to come out and meet your Alaska Nanooks hockey team. And you got to sample the new Nanooks 65 beer that Lat 65 has brewed here for Alaska, and $1 from every pour of that will go to the Nanooks Scholarship Fund. Nanooks out of timeouts, trailing by 8. See if they can get a stop here. Laying out for it is Kadimi. Pushed it back row, long, sends it up. Great job by Christina Head. Get that serve back to Alaska and get that point. 7-point Red Leaf lead. Nanooks with an opportunity here. White has it blocked down, laying out for it is Head. White. Erickson has to stop short as it goes up off the ceiling. And I believe they're going to say point Alaska with Simon Fraser into the net. Boy, and quickly over comes Gina Schmidt. She is thinking that Alaska may have been into it. She's going to get the explanation. We'll see if she's going to pull the review challenge. Still talking it over with our official, has yet to go to it, so she is going to let that one stand. Now Alaska down 6 with Christina Head back to serve. Every point so important right now. Cannot afford a service error. Head drills that one in good. Wow, coming up big is Kaylin Hartman, 6'2" junior for Simon Fraser. Puts her team 2 points away from the opening set with the serve. Tough set there by the Nanooks. See if they can recover. Opportunity coming up. Left-handed swing by Bynes. And Simon Fraser unable to get that one across through Hannah Koloff. So Nanooks will get the serve back and the point. Trailing by 6, Elena Guck. And Ainsley Smith, another former North Pole Patriot, to serve for Alaska. For Alaska, this is when you got to be like, don't forget to breathe. It's so easy just to get out there. Hold your breath, and that one goes out wide by Abby Willett. Nanooks now draw within 5. More importantly, keep that serve. Smith. Tough one to handle. Up and over the defense. Smith starts out the attack. Riley White up off the blockers. Back set. And that one goes just out. Whew. Feel the sigh of relief for that. Smith continues to serve. Four-point Simon Fraser lead, opening set. Nanooks come up big at the net with Guck and Jackson. And Simon Fraser is going to take a timeout, see if they can ice the Nanooks and slow down this run that Alaska has been putting on. They were down as many as 8, now down by 3 with the Nanooks serving. Ainsley Smith doing a great job and not letting up on that serve at all. So head coach Brian Scott's got to be happy with the way his team has rebounded here in the waning moments here of this opening set. Coming up on Saturday, the Alaska Nanook rifle team is going to unveil their 2022 PRC Championship banner before the volleyball match against Western Washington. So come on out and celebrate the rifle team's 2021-22 successes and cheer them on as they get ready to begin their 22-23 season October 7th and 8th when Ohio State comes to Fairbanks. Nanooks out of timeouts. Simon Fraser with 1 remaining. I think we've got our stats issue fixed. We had a message that came in that they had the wrong sport. I got mine refreshed as Smith continues to serve. 2-point Simon Fraser lead. Alaska, look at that lineup there. Erickson. And getting it back there. Erickson and Smith, the Patriot duo. Smith sees something open, backcourt, and takes it. Head coach Schmidt talking to her team about some back row defense. 1 point, Red Leaf lead. And the Nanooks tie it at 23, fighting off, I believe it was 7 set points. This will get the crowd riled up. And timeout, Simon Fraser. Wow, Alaska decides, you know what, we are not just going to give away this first set, and they have tied it at 23 on the serving by Ainsley Smith. But that last point was Smith and Kinley Erickson finding some open territory in that backcourt. We'll take a quick timeout as well as we will come back here from the timeout. Tied at 23 in the opening set. Give you a little crowd mic there with the 530 elementary students chanting UAF. Ainsley Smith trying to get Nanooks to a set point as they were pretty much left out to just kind of give that one away. Long starts it. White from outside gets it through the blockers, and the Nanooks find themselves with a set point. Substitutions coming in now for the Red Leafs. Both teams out of timeouts. Set point, Alaska. Crowd on their feet. The elementary students not sure that they're supposed to stand up here. It's their first match that they've been to. It's set point, get up. Smith, can she do it on the first one? Smith comes up from the service line, digs it out behind everybody. Riley White goes up over the top. Erickson. White blocked back at her, and Simon Fraser fights off. A set point ties it up at 24. This will be Serena Gentile from Port Moody, British Columbia. Tied at 24. Man, exciting. First set, Erickson sets that one up. Erickson, and then drop it in through Jackson, and that one gets past. Ainsley Smith, first set point here for the Red Leaves. Back and forth we go. See the Nanooks. White. Oh, and Alaska unable to do anything with that serve, and the Red Leafs will take the opening set 26-24. Nanooks with a valiant effort staying in that set, and they had a set point, but unable to get it on that one, and Simon Fraser serves it out. We'll switch sides here and bring it back here to the Patty Center with the Red Leaves leading 1-0. All right, we are back here, set number 2. I had to run downstairs, and you can imagine with all these kids here, lines long everywhere. So just getting back up, just underway. Simon Fraser takes the opening set, 26-24. Nanooks with a battle to come back and stay in that set. Also taking it to set point, and Alaska comes up with a big kill. Sets some momentum here in this second set. Kids getting into it as Long lays out. Attack this one at the net, and the Nanooks come up with it with Carly Nielsen. Free ball up at the net. Nanooks take that one and take a 2-0 lead. Just underway, set number 2. Nanooks down 1-0. Again, Western Washington going to be here Saturday afternoon, and Long will serve up an ace for the Nanooks. Riley White for Alaska leading the GNAC in total service aces with 36, and currently second in the GNAC with a .62 service aces set rate, just barely behind Eve Stevens of the Seawolves. Long lays out for it, and that one goes out just wide. Big kill there to stop that 3-0 start by the Nanooks. Shannon Harrigan and Eric Chow, assistant coaches for Simon Fraser. Back to serve the libero, Ava Kademi. Nanooks get it right back row. And that one good for Alaska coming through. Christina Head. Nanooks lead back to 3. Taylor Overn back in with Ella Bynes. Watch out. Lines lady having to dodge out of that one. Comes up with a smile at least. One of the Alaska Nanook basketball players, as they have been able to start practice and getting ready for their season. Up here on the hill, if your team isn't playing, you're usually helping. And Simon Fraser comes up with that block. That makes it a 3-point Alaska lead with Brooke Dexter. Left-handed. Long. White just going to send that one over on 3. And that one just inside the line by Hartman. Red Leaves now down 2, leading 1-0. Overn, tough set at the net, handled pretty well by Alaska, laying out for it, but unable to get over to that one. Now just a 1-point Nanook lead. Dexter continues her serving. Nanooks on the block, dug up there, sent far side. Long lays out for it, and a free ball for Simon Fraser, but the Nanooks get there and defend well. Ella Bynes challenges. Wow, Nanooks were all out of sorts, but give it up to Long, laying out for that one. Man, that is like a da-na-na Sports Center highlight. Oh, Nielsen, rare service error into the net. Gives it right back to the Red Leaves. Kinley Erickson back in for the Nanooks. 5'4" sophomore North Pole, Alaska. And Simon Fraser will pay us right back with a service error of their own. 2-point Nanook lead, but trailing 1-0. Set number 2. Christina Head serves it up. It's going to go off the ceiling. Kadimi just knocks it over. Over and reads it. Riley White blocked at the net. Nanooks, able to keep it alive, but that one goes into the crowd. And the Red Leaves draw within 1 and get the side out. Nanooks with an opportunity. That one gets off the block. And point Alaska. Ainsley Smith will serve for the Nanooks. Nanooks dump it in. Get it on the block. Now on the attack comes the Red Leaves, and that one gets over the Nanook blockers. Last touch to Alaska. And side out will go back. Winding up Guck, blocked right back in. Erickson somehow lays out. Simon Fraser able to get it across. Both teams doing whatever they can, and then Elena Guck will take care of it. Man, oh man, both teams just throwing limbs to keep it going. Point Alaska. Riley White, your GNAC ace leader, to serve. Be nice to get one right here. And, wow, bouncing off players. Close to it. Jackson. Great job by Guck. Sees some open hardwood, send it to the back court. And point Alaska. White to serve again. Another tough one to handle. And somehow Dexter gets it over. Back set, Guck again, feeling it right now. For those that are watching the stats on Facebook, I believe we should have it now. I believe that Nate got everything worked out, so you can let us know or let him know here. Somehow people get numbers and let us know, which is good. We always love to know if something's not working right. So the Red Leafs take a timeout, trailing by 4 in this second set, but leading 1-0. With for them, what looked like it was going to be an easy first set win, but Alaska refusing to go away, even had a set point on their serve, but unable to capitalize. And here we are. Nanooks with both their timeouts remaining. Simon Fraser will have one. Riley White continues to serve, sends it long, tough one to handle now. The play at the net, and the Nanooks able just to stick a hand up on that one. Let's see, Simon Fraser is going to come talk to the head official, get clarification on that one. And she will go with what the call is. So now a 5-point Alaska lead. Elena Guck and Christina Head lead Alaska with 4 kills apiece, and unable to keep that one. Up is Simon Fraser and point Nanooks. Wow, Kaylin Hartman, hitting percentage of .833 for Simon Fraser. And you can follow along with live stats, and this time Baxter sends it straight down the line and puts an end to the Nanook run, but a nice run by Alaska, leading by 5. And Simon Fraser sends that one well long off the serve from Hannah Koloff. Jess Long with 2 aces for the Nanooks. Jocelyn Sherman with 2 so far in the match for Simon Fraser. And Baxter puts it right into the blockers. And point Red leaves. 5-point Nanook lead. Elizabeth Jackson leading everyone with 3 blocks in the match so far. Serena Gentili and Kaylin Hartman both with 2. Point Alaska. Taylor Overn and Ella Bynes back in for the Nanooks. Now leading by 6. No time to get comfortable as we saw Simon Fraser with a large lead, and they were at 23, and the Nanooks whittled that down and almost pull out that first set. And that one goes wide. Let's see, no, and they're going to say point Nooks, so touched by Simon Fraser. Taylor Overn. Jessa Long with 12 digs so far in the match for Alaska. Ava Kadimi with 8 for the Red Leafs. That one well long on the kill attempt. Let's see. And Simon Fraser is going to burn their second timeout, trailing 17-9. We'll take a quick timeout as well, get a drink of water, and get some more stats for you. It's Alaska Nanook Volleyball, a Thursday afternoon matinee with field trip day here at the Patty Center. Back out of the Simon Fraser timeout, 17-9 Alaska. Set number 2, Simon Fraser up 1 set to love. Red Leafs out of timeouts, Nanooks with both of theirs, and the scoring continues for Alaska. Ella Bynes. Long comes in, slides in and gets that one, and Alaska comes up with a kill for Christina Head. Everything clicking for the Nanooks right now. That run at the end of the second set, or the first set, even though they dropped it, firing up Alaska, and they have not looked back. Now up by 10. Red Leafs is able to get it across. Nanooks on the attack. Set over the top. Long gets a piece of that one, and White going the other way. And a service error, and that puts Alaska to 20 and the lead back to 10. See if Simon Fraser can get it. Good hustle by Kadimi, but service ace. Point Nooks. Feeling everything right now as Simon Fraser is out of timeouts and find themselves in a huge hole. Kinley Erickson waiting for the whistle, and she is ready to go. Head coach Brian Scott signaling in the play. That one goes wide. Point Alaska. Of course, Alaska with a couple of new assistant coaches over on their sideline. Kate Atkins in her first season as a graduate assistant. Of course, Kate Whiting got married over the summer, so doing her graduate studies here at UAF. And was like, I just don't want to be off the sideline yet. And also volunteer assistant Emily Moorhead in her first season as an assistant coach. So players under Brian Scott and now assistant coaches under him as well. And I know that they both help out with Elevate Alaska, our comp volleyball league that just started last year and it's way beyond the numbers they expected and getting ready to start up again in November and actually going to go with some younger kids starting out this year. I think we had a Nanook out of position. Brian Scott going to check with the officials. Still keeps Nanooks up by Head doing a good job of that one going behind her. And that one goes way long. Nanooks 2 points away from tying this up. Clean kill for the Red Leaves. Red Leaves would like to find a run of their own. Hannah Koloff coming up with that kill. Lead stays at 10. So much pressure on a server being down this much. Erickson throws up an arm and starts out the offense. Digs it out. Free ball for the Red Leaves, and they capitalize on it. Brian Scott just telling them to calm down and take care of business here. Hartman serves. Erickson sends it back near side. White. And she sends it in deep into the back line and brings Alaska to set point. Red Leaves. Double figure set points that they need to fight off right now, trailing by 10. Ainsley Smith. Nanook bench down on the floor. Nanook fans up in the bleachers. Nanooks come up with it and even us at one set apiece, 25-14 after Simon Fraser takes that opening set 26-24. So we'll put 5 minutes up on the clock and switch sides here, and we'll bring it back tied at one set apiece. More Alaska Nanook volleyball coming up. Nielsen lays out for it. Again. Smith. And that one stays in. Sorry, it went down and had to lead the way for the kids. And forgot how much running that is back and forth on the court. Tied one set apiece. 3-1 right now here in the second set. Long digs that one out. Now with Nielsen. Long again starts it. Guck, Pater on the kill. Long will serve it up here for the Nanooks. Yeah, as Carly Nielsen gets called on to do some housekeeping out here on the Nanooks side of the net. 4-1 Alaska, tied one set apiece. Well, the Nanooks broke their huddle like with 2.5 minutes still on that clock. Ready to get back to work here at home. And the work continues by the Nanooks. Big win for them, 11-point margin in that second set, 25-14. 4-point Nanook lead with Long to serve. And she serve it there into the net. Pretty rare one by her. May have been her first one in the match. Wow, great job by Smith. Just be able to keep that one alive. Free ball here for Alaska and taking care of that. Carly Nielsen. Substitutions coming in for the Nanooks. Taylor Overn and Ella Bynes, who's been having a pretty good game herself, pretty good match. Taking a look here at kills, Carly Nielsen, Christina Head, Elena Gook, each with 5 for Alaska, 7 for Kaylin Hartman, and 6 for Jocelyn Sherman for the Red Leaves. Nielsen, let's see if Simon Fraser touched it, and they did. Point, Alaska. Head coach Gina Schmidt going to talk to her team, see if someone did touch it. Looked like she was going to throw the review, but we'll hold on to it. Overn, nice long running start. Nanooks have been reading that one pretty good, trying to go up over the defense. But the blockers come up big for Simon Fraser and cut the lead to 4. Jocelyn Sherman serves it up. Long starts it for Alaska. Blockers hold tough here for Simon Fraser. See the officials talking to both captains here. Riley White just going to see what the conversation is. Sure if somebody was moving. Maybe something on returning the balls. Not sure exactly what the conversation is. We're behind glass, so we can't hear. Ooh, Overn brings that one back over. Nanooks can't handle it. Down now, lead by 2. Again, we got Alaska Nanook hockey this Saturday back at the Carlson Center, taking on Simon Fraser. Exhibition hockey match. Point Alaska. Into the antenna for the Red Leaves. Kinley Erickson back in for Alaska, and she will serve with Alaska leading by 3, tied 1 set apiece. Nanooks pretty much dominated that second set, start to finish. Wow, Redleys with a big kill for Sophie LaChapelle. First time we've called her name, so mixing up the lineup a little bit. Abby Willett returns for Simon Fraser. Erickson takes that one. Overn, now long. White puts that one right into the arms of Hartman, and that goes into the bleachers. Christina Head will serve for the Nanooks with a 3-point lead. Overn sends it back row. White again. Dug out nicely by Kadimi. Nanooks thought they had it on the block, and they end up with it as Simon Fraser sends it out wide. Well, they thought they had it right off the block. I think the fans all thought so too. 4-point Nanook lead. Christina Head, 6-foot sophomore from Lyons, Kansas. Hutchinson Community College transfer. Boy, Bynes had to show some fancy footwork there to get her feet under her. Had to switch things up again. Erickson trying to do all she can back there, back row. Point Simon Fraser and side out as Long comes back in for the Nanooks. Sophie LaChapelle to serve. Bynes puts that kill through the block. Point Alaska. Ainsley Smith and Elena Guck back in. Taking a look at kills here in the match so far. Nanooks lead 28-22. Total attacks though, Simon Fraser up 101 to 87. Hitting percentage, Alaska leads with a .172 and Simon Fraser with a .030. Service aces, Simon Fraser leads in that category 6-3. And that one goes wide. And point Nooks. Service errors, Red Leafs 5, Nanooks 4. Nice serve by Smith. Now on the set. And Alaska almost gets the dump over. Smith, back set. Guck again gets a nice shove in the back from Elizabeth Jackson. And timeout. Red Leaves, they burn their first timeout, trailing here by 6 in this third set. We are tied 1 set apiece, and we'll take a timeout as well. Simon Fraser going to use every bit of that timeout. Again, Saturday, come on out, more Alaska Nanook volleyball as Western Washington will be here at the Patty Center. 2 o'clock match start time. We got a double header of Nanooks sports that day, with volleyball at 2 and then hockey at 7 at the Carlson Center, taking on Simon Fraser, the Red Leafs hockey team. Nanooks leads 6 here, tied 1 set apiece. White just heels that one across, and double hit on the Red Leafs. Alaska's lead now expands to 7. Smith again. Smith has been solid behind that service line this afternoon. Brooke Dexter, former Anchorage resident. Now playing for Simon Fraser. Jackson, wow, what an angle and a shot for her. Nielsen will replace Erickson. Jackson still getting high five from her teammates. White sends it up. Nielsen swings away, diving almost into the bench. Goes Baxter, unable to keep it alive. Point Alaska, 8-point Nanook lead. Nanooks again coming in with a 12-4 overall mark and 2-2 in the GNAC as they split the opening week here at home, and then they split on the road last week. And Jackson again comes up big for her squad. And that one, Baxter able to get it up and over the blocks of the Nanooks. So just some quick stats here. Alaska has 3 hitters in the top 20 for hitting percentage in the GNAC, with Christina Head leading the trio, currently sitting in 8th with a .322 hit percentage, adding 123 kills in 59 sets. Carly Nielsen in 18th, and joining her is Elizabeth Jackson. Jackson hitting .262 with 96 kills. Point Nanooks, and another timeout. Their final timeout gets taken here by the Simon Fraser Red Leaves, trailing, by 9. Taking a look at some of the other numbers for the Nanooks. Elizabeth Jackson, number 1 in the GNAC, leading in total blocks with 74 going into this one, and sits currently in 3rd for blocks per set, averaging 1.21 blocks per set with 19 solo blocks and 55 block assists. Jessa Long also making her name known around the GNAC. The graduate transfer has tallied 257 digs on the season to lead the GNAC, and currently sitting in second with 4.21 digs per set. So Alaska, some big numbers in GNAC standings and some national standings as well right now, leading by 9. Set number 3 tied at 1 set apiece. Smith just able to throw her hands up on that one. Point Red Leaves, and the side out will put the serve in Brooke Dexter's hands. Dexter, the southpaw from West High in Anchorage. Another tough set for Guck to handle. And the Red Leafs get that one. White comes up for it. Guck again. Off the blockers. And another double hit on Simon Fraser. Point Alaska. Taylor Overn and Ella Bynes back in. Ella Bynes, the 6'3" freshman from Orlando, Florida. I'm sure coming from Orlando, Florida, she had to have known the weather, as there has been snow sighted here in the interior. I came back from Valdez on Tuesday and going through Black Rapids, which is just south of Delta Junction. Snowing pretty good. Wasn't going to stick, but I mean, there's a lot of snow, and there's definitely a lot of snow in the mountains and around Fairbanks today, up in the higher elevations. There is snow, so it's not going to take much. It's not going to be long until Ella Bynes will get to experience a Fairbanks, Alaska winter. Wow, long. Double digs out. And they get that one past White. Wow, Long just doing what she can. Carly Nielsen appreciating it. Riley White also appreciating the effort. 8-point Nanook lead, 20-12, third set. Notched up at one set apiece. And that one goes long from Christina Head. So Red Leafs putting together a mini run. Out of timeouts, Alaska with both of theirs remaining. Not going to be any easier for sure coming up on Saturday, as the Nanooks will take on the 10th ranked team in the nation in Western Washington. Blockers send it back in. Long to White, back row hit. Blocked down by Christina Head. Kinley Erickson comes back in for the Nanooks, and she will serve. Up off the ceiling, those are always tough to handle. Long, back to White, and it stays at the net, but point Simon Fraser, I believe Nanooks in the net. Hartman went back to serve, and now she's going to come out. And they will bring in Calissa Beltran, a 5'2" junior. First time we have seen her. Red Leafs seeing if they can get a spark on their serve. Head says no. And she drops it right in the middle of a sea of red jerseys. Nice effort by Beltran, but unable to get there. And now Christina Head back to serve for Alaska. As Long goes to the sideline, and her teammates all kneeling down for her as she comes back. Ace for Christina Head. Two points away from this third set. And a miss hit there by La Chapelle brings up set point for Alaska. And again, the Red Leafs will have to fight off double-digit set point attempts here for the Nanooks. First set point, Christina Head. And they survived the first one. Makes it 24-15 15. Nanook fans will stay up on their feet. Nanooks set point number 2. Head blocked back to her, up off the ceiling, and it's going to go out wide. So Nanooks just going to kind of regroup, re-catch their breath here. Still 8 set points. Simon Fraser needing to overcome. And the Nanooks will take it 25-16 on the service error and now lead 2 sets to 1. I'll put 3 minutes up there on the clock. We'll get them reset, switch sides up. As some of the kids look like they are heading back to some of their schools, but most of them still here in attendance. So the elementary school field trip day will continue here. More Alaska Nanook volleyball coming up. All right, welcome back as we get ready for the fourth set here with the Nanooks now leading 2 sets to 1. Simon Fraser taking the opening set 26-24. Alaska was way down in that one and did not go away. They actually had a set point on their serve, but Simon Fraser fights that one off and able to get a set point and take that opening set, but it has been all Alaska ever since that run there and that first set win by Simon Fraser. Nanooks 25-14, taking it to a 1-set tie after the second set, and then 25-16 as they take set number 3. Simon Fraser now on a must-win to keep this one going. Nanooks would like to make quick work of this. And Simon Fraser will start it out with Jocelyn Sherman serving up an ace as Nielsen unable to get down enough on that one. That one blocked back, and Long doing all she can. Goes out wide. 2-0 quick early lead here for the Red Leafs. Nanooks just tried to push it over. And here comes Simon Fraser. Davida Hill, first time she's been in the match, goes for the kill, but Nanooks come up big at the net. Jessa Long back to serve for Alaska. Nanooks with a chance to tie here. Nielsen, too much on that one. Jocelyn Sherman leading with 4 aces in the match. For Simon Fraser, Jessa Long with 2 for the Nanooks. Smith gets Head hanging up there. Christina Head somehow able to get her outstretched fingertips on that one.
I don't have to jump on. I'm just like, as I'm finishing moving a couple classes out.
Nanooks now down by 1, 2-1 lead. Almost an ace served up there. Taylor Overn fights that one off and gets the corner. Point Alaska as the line judge kind of had to save himself first and then make the call. And now Taylor Overn back to serve as we are tied at 3. Huge one here at home for Alaska as Simon Fraser just above them with a 2-1 GNAC mark in Alaska, 2-2. Back set and money for Ella Bynes. Ella Bynes find an open floor in the Alaska Airlines gymnasium. Again, Nanook hockey coming up on Saturday, taking on the Simon Fraser Red Hawk men's hockey team. Exhibition matchup, but always a fun time. Come see some of the improvements to the Carlson Center. I know they had a skate with the Nanooks last night, and you got to tour the Nanook locker room, and that one's going to go long, not touched by Simon Fraser, and that evens things up at 4 apiece in the 4th set with the Nanooks leading 2-1. Puck drop 7:07 at the Carlson Center. I know all kids 18 or under, if you wear a jersey, you get into the game for free. Nanooks now find themselves leading by 1, and Kinley Erickson will serve it up for Alaska. Serena Gentile back in for Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser mixing up their lineup a little bit, as it has been all Alaska after that first set drop. Long again. Man, put that dig on Sports Center as well. That's her second one that should be like top 10. We'll get Nate to highlight those and see if we can send it in. Man, she is going for everything. 2-point Nanook lead. She makes it look easy. I mean, when you think about, I'm going to throw myself on a floor, save ball, and usually some kind of weird angle that she's going for those balls. See why she plays that position. Erickson, second serve coming up. And she serves up an ace for Alaska.
mess up the floor.
Oh, no. We're going to get athletic director Brock Annenson to join us here as he's been corralling kids on the floor. All right, Brock's joining us now here.
Thanks for having me.
Man, again, we have got Jess Along just flying after everything.
Yeah, unbelievable.
There you go. Now you can probably hear yourself.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me on here. Yeah, not to interrupt the game because it's been an unbelievable match so far, but yeah, she's been, I don't even know how to describe it, but I think I heard you say that she should be on top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two of them. She could be multiples on that top 10 list.
Yeah, hopefully they send some of those in here. That's a good thing about recording this. So you were down there. How was the feeling down there with 530 elementary students?
Oh, unbelievable. It's quite an event, and it's something that I know has been done in the past, and we're hoping to keep as a staple year to year, maybe try to work into the basketball season as well. But these kids, some of them, some have never been in the gymnasium or never experienced, any level volleyball match. So coming in to see this, on top of the fact they get to get out of school for a little while is awesome.
Oh, yeah, anytime you got to do a field trip, and then they're like, okay, we get to go to a sporting event, and like I mentioned it earlier, they're hearing the opposite. Usually it's be quiet, sit down, be quiet,
right.
And you get to come here and they're like, be as loud as you want to be.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, when you come in the lobby, we even have, so our strength and conditioning coach came up and said that, they've got, music on, they've got kids lifting weights, they've got other things going on. It's not necessarily a distraction, but it's just extra positive energy in the building that I think everybody feeds off.
All right, so Nanooks now with a lead here, but they're going to take a time out here as Simon Fraser running in. And so I've been mentioning Simon Fraser. We got Alaska Nanook hockey at the Carlson Center. Did you get a chance to go over there last night as people got to skate with the Nanooks and open the Carlson Center back up?
Yeah, we peeked over there a little bit. Certainly a lot of stuff. The borough's done a great job of keeping that building updated and enhancing all the things that we have, and we've gone in there to try to make sure that the game day experience is top-notch this year and just increasing it every single time we're in there. It's going to be an exciting weekend, and of course hosting Simon Fraser, not just today but on Saturday. It's going to be really fun for their fans as well to be a part of it.
Yeah, we got to see them last weekend over at the Patty Center, 2 nights of blue and gold, and some of the fun with the obstacle courses that they were doing.
Right.
You got to see. I mean, were you there for that one?
Oh yeah.
And how hard it is to pick that puck up on your stick and put it into a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, I mean, some of them, it depends on what kind of stick they use, and of course,
right.
As a kid you work on that stuff thinking that I'm going to use it down the road. Maybe this is the only time it pays off, but certainly fun to watch, and the people in the stands sure enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had Coach Largy, who just happened to be over in the box when they were doing that, and he was like, oh, the pressure's on him now because everybody's up ahead, and he just couldn't get it in, but they finally do. So it's kind of nice to see that team. Volleyball right now, so a big matchup on Saturday with number 10 Western Washington coming to town.
Yeah, truly a big weekend. Starting here with Simon Fraser, who's a fantastic opponent. They're doing really well this year. They've got a great program, and then finally hosting them. We were supposed to see them on the ice last year, and it didn't work out. So it's good to have them back, and really for the Nanook hockey guys, it's really about just seeing a lot of newcomers. We got 14 new players. Coaches are really excited. We've got new goaltending option. And a lot of really top talent guys coming in. We saw it at the Blue Gold, but it's going to be fun to see them play against other people. I think they're sick of playing against each other.
I think they all get to that point, as I know that basketball, they're going to be tired of playing each other. So when they get their first matchups going, so I know Thanksgiving going to be a big weekend for men and women's basketball.
Yeah. Having a kind of a somewhat combined tournament here with Mount McKinley Bank sponsoring it as the Invitational. It's going to be nice to have some different teams up here, a couple different looks, and to get both the men's and women's team, on the court and in action early on here before we get into conference play.
And we mentioned that the community getting behind Nanook volleyball. I was looking at some of the attendance so far for the Nanooks. They're sitting at 2265 for attendance, and their opponents averaging 752. So kind of says a lot about getting bodies in the building.
Yeah. There's a lot of excitement. I think the coaches have done a great job, all of sports, supporting each other, whether it's students, student athletes, people in the community. They're all wanting to come out, be a part of the action. They hear the buzz. It's just such a positive energy, and whatever the reason is, we want to grab hold of it and continue to increase it.
So I was driving by, or I was coming to volleyball the other day, and I seen these guys outside playing in front of the SRC, the Student Rec Center. Do we have a pickleball court out there?
You know what? I just learned more about that this year. I think it's not an official court, but I believe that it's a kind of tailored court. I think some people play tennis, some people do various activities on it. I know kids are out there all the time. It turns into an ice rink in the wintertime.
Right.
But yeah, serious business. If you are a pickleballer in the area, there's a lot of top-notch players here. I've experienced myself.
It really is. Now, it's funny because, I'm born and raised here, so I don't know if you've seen the pictures of what used to be out there with the beluga that we had.
Oh, I've heard the rumors. I've not seen the pictures.
Yeah. So that tells you how long I've been there. You'll have to go into the archives and pull up some of those pictures. Right. But, yeah, we used to have one of those inflatable domes like down in Anchorage.
Yep. I've heard people refer to it as Beluga Field, so now I know the story behind it.
And I don't even know what division we were playing in hockey then, if it was just like a men's league team, or kind of where it all started for Nanook hockey.
Oh yeah, it's always fun to look back at those pictures too. We had a couple at the Carlson Center that we were looking back on, and even seeing the beginnings there in the early 90s and how that was put together. And now as we enhance things here, it's fun to hear the history and keep as much as you can, but also enhance the stuff that you have in front of you.
Right. So a tight one right now, tied at 11 here in this fourth set. So I know you probably got to get busy or something. Anything else you want to add before you get off here, or you just want to stay up and watch?
I'll probably I'm gonna chew my nails off here watching the end of this one. But yeah, appreciate you having me on, and yeah, we're excited to have Simon Fraser here. Excited to have the kids a part of the action. We've got two-thirds of them still here. If you can't see them on the stream, there's quite a few here on the opposite the bench side. But a lot of excitement. If you're watching, come out this weekend. Hopefully you get to see a real fun hockey game.
Did you get to see me trying to lead the wave?
I did. And if anyone didn't see that, hopefully the stream caught that.
I don't know if she got that on the camera, but
that's extra duties as a sign for you, right?
I know. And then run back up here and talk.
Run back up. We'll see you do that at the Carlson Center too.
Okay. One thing coming up on Saturday, the rifle team going to unveil the banner.
Yeah, that's huge. So 2:00 volleyball game as well against Western Washington. You mentioned before the game, we're going to unveil their conference championship banner. It's a long time coming, to be honest. We haven't had a banner. They've got other conference title years that are going to be on it. So we'll honor the other years as well as the team coming back from last year.
So is it going to end up over here on the right side of us up on the wall?
So it'll be over on the left side, kind of with our conference championship banners.
All right.
It'll be a kind of fun, quick event. Of course, we want to honor them as much as we can. We'd love to do these long, drawn-out ceremonies, but of course, people only have so much time, and they got to get back to training because their season is already upon us. So it'll be a fun event, though, to kick things off for Saturday events.
All right, Nanook Athletics, pretty much almost everybody in action now.
Yep. We've got almost everyone going. Even the teams that aren't fully in competition season are practicing to their allotted hours, and they're in the weight room. They're training nonstop. So it's a full class load and a full training load, and we're excited to get them all on the court and in the playing surface.
And that's one other thing that we forget to mention sometimes. That not only the athletes but their student athletes, and all working to get that college degree in whatever field that they're following. And like you say, we got Kate Whiting or Kate Atkins now, and Emily Moorhead over there that still here at UAF, but couldn't get enough of volleyball.
Oh, it's so good to have them and have some of the alumni around. It's one of those things where if you could pay them $1 million to do it, you'd do it. But they do it because they love the game. They love to be around it. They want to continue their educations, and they want to be a part of that volleyball program. They want to be part of any of their sports programs. We're just truly lucky to have them around and to be so heart and soul Nanook Athletics.
And then one final thing, so just a couple extensions. We've got head coach Brian Scott signing a 4-year extension, and Coach Largent from hockey a 4-year extension.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, to have top-notch coaches, I'll pinpoint Eric's a great addition. He's born and raised here too, so he knows the landscape, and Brian's certainly put roots down here and has been a staple in the community. So having these guys around on top of just their incredible rapport with their student athletes and their records and just all the accolades that they bring with them, we're truly lucky to have them, and I'm excited to have that extension a part of their process.
All right, a lot of great stuff going on up here at the Hill, so make sure that you get up here if it's either volleyball, basketball, hockey, rifle, whatever. There's a lot of sports going on, and they truly do appreciate the community support.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All righty. Okay, we're going to get back into this one here. Nanooks now trail by 3 here in set number 4. So Simon Fraser trying to push this one to a 5th set. So let's see here. Thought we were going to get a review here, and I think we are. So a review coming up for Simon Fraser. So we're going to get our mic set back up here for the crowd. So 15-12, set number 4, Red Leafs on top. So the call stands and point Nooks, and that makes it 14-13. Red Leafs with the Nanooks leading 2-1 as the elementary students are heading back to schools. Is probably got to get back there in time to catch their buses home. Would have been great to have them all packed in here if this would happen to go to 5. Alaska going to do what they can to see that they can get it done in 4, and they tie things up at 14. Nanooks out of timeouts. Simon Fraser with both of theirs. Still got some of the men's basketball team, a hockey team here in attendance, women's basketball as well. But after you match up like this, of course, most of your students are going to be in class, and that includes your student athletes. Red Leafs take that one and get the side out and go back up by 1. Boy, every match so important, especially early in the GNAC season. And the Nanooks come up big again with Christina Head. Said so. Alaska facing the number 4 team today, and then they'll take on the number 3 team on Saturday. Western Washington again 8-3 overall, 3-0 in the GNAC. Simon Fraser 5-7 overall and 2-1 in the GNAC. Alaska Anchorage sitting on top with a 14-1 record and 4-0 in the GNAC. That one loss coming here at the Nanook tournament early in the season. Got a couple substitutions in here for Simon Fraser. Going to bring in Brooke Dexter and Serena Gentile. 1 point Red Leaf lead. 4th set. And they serve that one out wide, and that will tie us up at 16. Erickson returns for the Nanooks, and she will go back to serve. And that one goes long. Service errors now. Simon Fraser was 7 in the match, and Alaska with 5 after that one. Nanooks leading in kills department 45-32. White gets it up to Overn, and that one pinballs off the blockers. Point Alaska through Christina Head. Tied again at 17. Again, you can follow along AlaskaNanooks.com, and Christina Head wants that one back. May have slipped out of her hand on the toss. It's the Red Leafs back up by 1 with Kaylin Hartman to serve. And pay dirt for Dexter. Red Leafs by 2. Match now approaching the 2-hour mark. And the officials going to talk things over here. Riley White going to step away, and they're going to call in one of the linesmen. And that was a quick meeting. So we are going to replay the points. Gina Schmidt expressing her displeasure at that decision. Again, Alaska out of timeouts in this 4th set. Simon Fraser with both of theirs. And Coach Schmidt still talking to some of her teammates or players. So we are replaying the point. 18-17, Simon Fraser. White with authority up off the ceiling. Erickson. Coach Scott, I wish she would have let that one go, but that was coming in pretty quick, so a quick decision on what to do. Put Simon Fraser up by 2. And that one not touched by the blockers, so Red Leafs find themselves up 3, first to 20. Set number 4, Ainsley Smith returns, and Ella Bynes will head out. Somehow, Red Leafs get it across. And then blocked down by the kill attempt by Head. Red Leafs, 4-point lead and 4 points away from tying things up here. Hartman again. White will put an end to that run. See if Alaska can chip away at this 3-point Red Leafs win or lead. Try to keep things from going to that 5th set. Erickson back out. Nielsen returns. And Elena Guck for the Nanooks. Wow, nice job for the Nanooks just to get a piece of that one. They push it deep. Nielsen there for that one, tapped over White. And wow, Guck, the only person on that side able to get enough elevation and put it down. Now a 2-point SF lead. Still alive. Oh, that one kind of couldn't tell from this angle if that hit Long and Nielsen, but point Red Leafs. Brooke Dexter will serve. Jocelyn Sherman with 10 kills and a service error. Alaska pulls back in within 2. Riley White will serve. Carly Nielsen leading with 13 kills for Alaska. Christina Head with 13 as well. Guck keeps it alive. Nielsen up trying to go over the top. They tap it back in. Smith, Nielsen. Demi digs it out, and that's going to go long and point Alaska. 1 point from tying this up. And Simon Fraser is going to burn their first time out. 22-21. 4th set Nanooks lead, 2 sets to 1. Back out of the Simon Fraser timeout. Simon Fraser with 1 timeout remaining in the 4th set. Nanooks out of timeouts and a service ace for Riley White. Ties us at 22. Boy, what a great time for that. Trying to duplicate it. Free ball at the net, I believe. Simon Fraser into the net, and they were. And now Alaska, 2 points away from the match. 1 point lead, and Simon Fraser calls their second timeout, down by 1 as their lead has evaporated. And Alaska feeling it right now. 23-22, fourth set. Nanooks lead 2-1. (23-22). The person you would like to have serving has the ball for the Nanooks. Riley White leading the GNAC in service aces with 36 on the season. Nanooks bring up match point at the net. 24-22. Boy, Nanooks refuse to go away, not wanting to see a set number 5. Let's see if they can end it right here. Set point number 1 for the Nanooks. 24-22, both teams out of timeouts. White, nice serve, hard to handle. Long starts Smith. Duck that one into the block, and Red Leafs survive 1 set point, and they will serve. Trailing by 1. Jocelyn Sherman has been leading in a couple different categories for Simon Fraser. Trying to keep this one going. Back set, Guck over the top on the attack, and they get it. Ties us at 24. Red Leafs fight off 2 match points. Nanooks looking to get this one right here and force the side out. And they do, with Carly Nielsen bringing up a set point for Alaska. Going back to serve, Jessa Long, who has been having a great match. Match point number 3 for the Nanooks. And she delivers with an ace. Nanooks take it 26-24 and take it 3-1. Boy, Nanooks were way down in that opening set and make a comeback, but drop the first set and then come up big in set number 2 with a 25-14 victory, and then set number 3, a 25-16 victory, and then taking this one and making it interesting, but finding themselves down again and regrouping and able to pull out the win, 26-24. Taking the set 3-1. We're going to reset things up here. Head coach Brian Scott going to come up here, so we'll let him enjoy the victory for a minute before he's got to run up the stairs. So Nanooks take this one 3-1, and we'll be back here with head coach Brian Scott in just a couple minutes. All right, welcome back here as we have head coach Brian Scott with us, taking a look at some of the stats over there. First, congratulations on a hard-fought victory, especially that first set. You guys were so far down and made a great comeback there to push them to fight for that one.
Yeah, you know what? I almost think we weren't quite ready for the energy that was in the building here this morning. All those elementary school kids, I mean, it was a little bit deafening in here. Like, it was nonstop, constant just noise going on, but what a great environment.
Yeah, it's such a great thing. I mean, for them, it's a field trip day. They get to come here, and enjoy it. And for many of them, probably their first, volleyball match period, or some of them even a sporting event.
Yeah, yep. That completely changed. I mean, they start filing out because they got to catch a bus and get back home, and then it became deafening quiet almost in here, So totally different atmosphere at the end than it was in the beginning, but what a great day.
So talk about your team with that. I think they were down 8 in that first set and facing, kind of going down quick, with some teams may have just said, okay, let's just end this one and start over in that next set. But, man, what a fight on the way back.
Yeah, we burned that last timeout, and all I said in the timeout was, we don't care what the score is. All we really need to do is just start working hard, putting in effort so that we get momentum coming back our way right now. And that's all we need to focus on. Ignore the score. Just go play hard for a little bit, and who knows what can happen. And I mean, we showed that we can do that. So.
Well, and you guys even brought it. You had a set point on your serve. They fought that one off and ended up taking it on their serve. But then the next two sets, 25-14, 25-16, you guys dominated sets 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think we did a good job of really starting to execute our serve, as well as some defensive stuff. We kept the ball from hitting the ground. Right, those next two sets, they only sided out at 41 and 44%, so we served really well, and we just didn't let them put too many balls away, and that was a great opportunity for us to get some extra swings, right?
So now set number 4, you guys again find yourselves down and kind of in okay, are we going to 5 here, or are we going to take care of business? And you guys able to chip away at that lead and then force it to a 26-24.
Yeah, down there at the end, it's... I can never complain when Riley White is at the service line at the end of a match, right? Like, she is a great person to have back there serving, and she gave us a couple extra points in there in that little run there at the end. So.
And I mentioned that because I was reading, stats here. She's number 1 in service aces going into this one in the GNAC, and I was like, you have the person who you want behind that line with the ball.
Oh, absolutely. She's not only number 1 in the GNAC, but she's like in the top 15 in the country. I mean, she's one of the best servers there is in the country.
So things don't get much easier for you guys as you look ahead to Saturday with the number 10 Western Washington Vikings coming to town. And I'm assuming that they're playing Anchorage tonight.
Yep, they're playing Anchorage tonight. And, this is, I think I told you last time, this is what I refer to as the meat grinder right now. We got some tough teams for the next little series here. Nice job tonight. We came out of the grinder okay tonight, so we got to get rested and we got to get ready to go back to work again on Saturday afternoon because number 10 in the country is coming in.
So. Well, and I mentioned it, early into the season right now, with Anchorage at 4-0, Northwest Nazarene 3-0, Western Washington 3-0, so that's a huge matchup down in Anchorage tonight.
Oh, yeah, it has been historically, that's been a dogfight for several years now. And a lot of the times with the visiting team winning on the other person's floor. So it doesn't matter if you've got home court advantage or not. Those guys have been battling it out for a little while.
So you guys early in the GNAC season, you have the opening week here, and you guys split at home, go out on the road, and you're able to split down there. But looking at this week, it'd be nice to get to sweep at home.
I can't tell you how ecstatic I'd be if we can come out with another one. Looking forward to Saturday. Looking forward to seeing how we respond after a good match today. We come in, we get a nice practice in tomorrow, and I think we're going to be. It's not hard to get excited about a number 10 team coming in the country coming in to play you, right? So I'll be excited for that match.
Well, it's going to be a tough. It'll be a tough one for the Nanooks, but I'm sure you guys will be watching on the stream from Anchorage tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be taking a look and seeing what kinks, if they've got any kinks in the chain or flaws that we can try to expose.
All right. So now I also want to mention we were talking about it. Jessa Long made some dives that should be Sports Center top 10. There was at least 2, if not 3.
I'll tell you what, there was even though we didn't win the point, but there was the series in I think it was the second, must have been the third set over here, where she dug a ball, it went right back kind of over the net, the middle, cranks it again, she digs it again, right back at her, you know. And that kid is she's just got a knack for being in the right place at the right time and making some pretty spectacular plays on balls.
So, yeah, I hope they get some of those replays sent into Sports Center because there was definitely a couple top 10 moments today. So, elementary students here today. It's always a great atmosphere. Then on Saturday, they're going to unveil the rifle team banner here, and then we've got hockey. So, big weekend for Nanook Athletics.
Yeah, awesome weekend here. What a great way to honor rifle by starting off with honoring them and their great season. We'll have the Warrior of the Month honorees sometime there in the match, and excited to see who those are and just reward kids for their hard work and effort that they put into their sports, as well as our military personnel that we'll be honoring with that Warrior of the Month too. So, going to be a great weekend.
All right, head coach Brian Scott will let you get down to your team, and a big win here, 3-1 over Simon Fraser. And once again, back in action here Saturday at the Patty Center. Match time starts at 2 o'clock as it's a doubleheader with hockey at 7 o'clock at the Carlson Center. So love to see you here. If you have an opportunity and you're in the Fairbanks area, come on up here and support Alaska Nanook Volleyball. I'm Ken Wiemeyer for everybody up here. It's a 3-1 win for Alaska as they move to 13-4 on the season and 3-2 in the GNAC. Have a terrific Thursday, everybody. We'll see you Saturday.